Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NZD here with a second and third stimulus check update and what's going on in Capitol Hill. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did say a second and a third stimulus check update because many of us right now, the second stimulus check did get approved. The $600 per person did get approved in the Senate law, and it's in processing. So right now, millions and millions of people haven't received the processing of that $600 second stimulus check, either to their bank account or to their mailbox. So a lot of people is looking out still for that second stimulus check, the $600 stimulus check that was processed and put into law at the end of December, around December 27th. So the government was saying that a lot of it should have been processed by time January 15th come around, and if not, then you will have to claim it on your tax return. There's a lot of people is not really fond of that because they already kind of put in their budget in terms of okay, well, I have this money coming towards me, so I'm gonna put extra money towards food, or I'm gonna put some money that I had saved up towards rent and utilities because they was expecting that stimulus check to come. But right now, some people will have to wait until after they file their taxes, and people are still waiting for their documents in order to file their taxes. So in other things, we got Joe Biden will be taking office soon. We got about 7 more days until Joe Biden takes the office as presidency at the White House. And it's going to be a difficult day, not our usual inauguration day with the with the parades and, you know, the people cheering him on and the different stands and the different places that you can see the inauguration. Joe Biden said that he will do the inauguration outside and take the oath outside, you know, like how usually done. But we'll see how that goes because, you know, there's words that saying that there might be another riot and people might be out there protesting and try to stop him taking the presidency and keep Trump in office. So a lot of things going on right now on Capitol Hill. You have Congress where the House of Representatives is in the process of impeaching President Trump right now. And it's a big deal because a lot of people are saying, okay, well, they should be focusing more on working on another stimulus package and some negotiation instead of the impeachment. But Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they're going to continue on with the process. Nancy Pelosi is going to continue on with the process, especially in the House of Representatives, as she is the Speaker of the House, so she can bring that forward. And even some Republicans in the House of Representatives are saying that they are going to support the process of having President Trump get impeached. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Before I continue this video, make sure you hit that like so YouTube and the algorithm can know that this video is of value to you and others. So in other news, we got Trump finally made some speech ever since the big riot in D.C. Because remember, before the riot in D.C., he had a speech outside the White House where he was talking to his supporters. And that was the day when all the electoral votes was going to be counted up. And it was just a big ordeal. You guys know the deal. Like 5 people lost their lives. Just a crazy day on Capitol Hill. Crazy day in Washington, D.C. And you wouldn't really expect that, especially in the capital of the United States. So Trump says he won't apologize for that situation because he didn't entice any violence or anything like that. And he doesn't support any violence. And he's also saying that Pelosi and Schumer, with them continue to go about the processes of trying to impeach Trump, he's saying that it's going to be dangerous and bring a lot of anger to the country. And it's not, especially during a pandemic and civil unrest and all type of situation that we're going on. So he's saying that they shouldn't even continue to proceed with the process, but Nancy Pelosi will continue with the process of impeaching Donald Trump before he even gets out. And they're saying that if it doesn't happen before he gets out, before Joe Biden takes the seat on January 20th, then they're still going to go with the process anyways. The United States government right now is trying to push forth some new rules, especially with people who's entering the country. And the new rule is that people have to be tested negative for COVID-19 within 3 days of entering the country, or they're going to have to leave back out and go back to whichever country they came from, whichever place they were. And it's kind of interesting because this should have been put in place like around the first time when we start to hear words of this pandemic and this virus that's coming towards the whole world. Every country should have just put stop to it right there. No new entry, like all that stuff. Like you got to get tested negative before you get into the country. So that's going to be a new rule that's going to be in place starting as soon as Joe Biden takes over the presidency. That's one of the main things that he's going to be working on and starting to implement right away. There's been a roundup of protests. A lot of protests are getting round up. You know, they have video cameras, they have footage, they have social media. You even have people who were at the protests who are involved with the riots themselves were even recording themselves and posting on social media. So the FBI have a lot of evidence and a lot of footage and a lot of pictures to start rounding up these people, and they're rounding up a lot of people. Some of these people you wouldn't expect. Some are kids of judges, some are CEOs, just a wide variety of people that you wouldn't expect to cause such havoc on Washington, D.C. In addition, Senator Schumer calls for immediate action on $2,000 stimulus check and vaccines. So he said once Senate get back into session, that he's going to be pushing forward for another stimulus package, which include a $2,000. He's going to be pushing forward for a standalone bill, which will include the $2,000 stimulus check. Not sure if it's going to be the difference of the $1,400 or if it's going to be a new third stimulus check at the price of $2,000. So they're pushing forward for a third stimulus check. It might be either $1,400 or it might be $2,000. We don't know the details yet. And we won't know the details until Senate get back into office after the 20th. Unfortunately, though, right now, even though you have the Democrats holding 50 seats and they probably have the majority with the votes and having the upper hand because Vice President Harris can come in and she can vote for the Democrats and push stuff through. But it's only about 3 or 4 a year that she can really come through and push stuff through like that. So some of the Democrats right now are having a problem because some of the Democrats in Senate are not supporting that third stimulus check, that either the $2,000 stimulus check or the $1,400. You have some not supporting because they're saying that it's going to be going towards some families who are making over $75,000 or over $100,000, and all they're going to be doing is putting the money towards saving or spending it on like at Walmart or Amazon or put it into the stock market, which in a way kind of stimulate the economy. Shouldn't have no big deal. But one way that they can solve this problem now is to lower the income limits. So lower the income limits for qualified people who can get the stimulus check. So instead of $75,000, you can maybe lower it down to $60,000. And as it go off, then because you know the calculation. So if you're making $75,000, you'll get the $600 stimulus check. But if you're making $80,000, then you probably would only get like $500 or $400. Not exactly sure the calculation. But they're saying to change up the calculation and lower the income limit to like 50, 60,000. So then what this will do now, it will be good strategy because now you will lower the cost as well as being able to have more Republicans on board to support the stimulus check, another stimulus check to go out to the people. But there are some Republicans who are on board in terms of supporting another stimulus package, in terms of supporting another stimulus check. So if Senate get about 10 Republicans or so to support another stimulus check, then they will be able to get it through the Senate because, you know, the House of Representatives most likely will pass it through like they did the standalone bill at the end of December. So if that's the case and they get some Republicans to support it, then we will be looking at another stimulus check. It might be a standalone or it might be included with the, I think it's like $3 to $4 trillion stimulus package that Joe Biden will be pushing forward, which should include stuff for education, schools, infrastructure, vaccines, just a wide variety of things that can also help stimulate the economy. So Senate will be returning to Congress on January 19th, and they will start to go about either negotiating on the stimulus package or working on the impeachment, in addition to getting some of those people who Joe Biden will nominate for some of his cabinet seats and different things like that, different jobs, in order to start getting those filled so we can get the process done with. In terms of the inauguration, we're not sure how the process is going to go. President Trump saying that he might not be there, and now they're trying to say, yeah, let's use that 25th Amendment and have Mike Pence take over, Vice President Pence take over the presidency, so it could be a smooth transaction and will be no problems. But right now, they're saying that there still might be some problems in Washington, D.C., because you still might have people, the protesters might come back and they might start to try to riot or just create some kind of confusion to make the day not go smoothly. Speaking of that, President Trump is also going after Congress, saying that they're not doing a good job and they're allowing big techs to like get rid of freedom of speech and a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you could check some of his speeches out. He goes in depth about how the country is going to be messed up because they're taking away freedom of speech And Joe Biden, he'll learn his lesson once he gets in there. It's going to be going after him the same way. So a lot of things going to be going on. Other things that I want to talk about, there are rumors saying that there also will be Social Security benefits. So people who are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security benefits, they're saying that there's a rumor that there will be an increase in Social Security benefits by about $2,500 a year. So that's about $200 a month. And that will be real good for people who are on Social Security, SSI, SSDI. An extra $200 can cover some utility bills, can cover some groceries, and it's definitely needed, especially during this pandemic. So hopefully the rumors are true that there will be a $2,400 increase, that's yearly increase in benefits for people who are on Social Security income, SSI, SSDI. And that would be a great thing as we continue to go through this pandemic and these uncertainties. So once again, it's Andy Dawkins. Hope you got some value out of this. Please like, comment, and share. And also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I'll be going on live or when I posted a new video. Also, before I get out of here, make sure you get your free stock with Robinhood. I'm going to post a free stock. I'm going to post a link in there. You can get your free stock with Robinhood and just start investing little by little, maybe $5 a month, maybe $5 a week, maybe $40 a month, whichever way you can go about it, just start investing in the stock market. And I'm also going to include a link to the Acorn app, which will also help you invest in like ETF, index, and it rounds off your money when you go to like grocery store, you do shopping. It rounds the money up and it puts it towards your investment account. In addition, you can also get extra money in your investment account by referring others. So once again, it's Ainsley Dawkins. Continue to be safe out there, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.